Classes in here. You know, it's not every day you get to have an astronaut come visit your school, much less an astronaut who was a teacher at your school. Some 10 years ago, Mr. Acaba was a science teacher here at Melbourne High School. I was the assistant principal and got to know Joe pretty well as some of our science teachers that are still here. And we're excited and privileged to have him here to talk about his mission. I was able to see the third period presentation, and I know you're going to enjoy what he has to show you and give you a chance to ask some questions about what it's like to be an astronaut or about his mission in particular. And just coincidentally enough, there's obviously another shuttle going up today at 2:01, so timing is everything. We think we have real good timing today. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Joe Acaba.
Again, I taught here for a year. My first year of teaching was right here, so everything I learned about teaching happened here at Melbourne High School, so it's great to be back. I have a short, about 25-minute video that talks about our mission to space. We were out there for 13 days. I got back about a month and a half. In about an hour and 6 minutes, we'll see another shuttle launch, so the timing is pretty good. So we'll go through my 13 days to space in 25 minutes. This is a picture when we were arriving at the space station. This is what it looked like. And you can see over here you have two sets of solar arrays, and on that side we only had one. So that was our job, was to bring that last set up. These guys were on the International Space Station when we left. This was our main objective, was to attach what we call a truss on the right-hand side and then deploy the solar array wing on that side and make the space station a little bit more symmetrical. That's a pretty neat photo. It's not Photoshopped, of what it looked like a couple days before our launch. And so about 4 hours before launch, we get into what we call the pumpkin suit because of its color. And we do a pressure test to make sure everything works. That was our commander. That's our pilot. This is Steve Swanson. We call him Swanee. He was our lead spacewalker. You guys know who that guy is. This is Ricky Arnold. He also was a school teacher. We called the old man John Phillips, had a lot of space experience, and then we took up Japanese astronaut Koichi Wakata. We left him up there. He's still there. It was not an accident. We did that on purpose. Koichi comes back later this summer, so we're looking forward to seeing him. So this morning, about 3.5 hours ago, the guys were getting into the orbiter. And once you get strapped in, you're on your back for a little over 3 hours as you get ready to fly. So there's still a lot of things that we have to do. It's a chance for you to make sure everything's in the right spot. These guys get us buckled in to make sure that we're nice and secure when we get that nice little roller coaster ride. Then they close the hatch.
Launch director, go ahead, please, Gary. Okay, Brewer, you had a little bit of a wait, but they'll just make the payoff that much sweeter. So on behalf of the safety launch and processing teams, good luck and Godspeed.
Thanks, Mike, and congratulations to you and the entire team for getting Discovery ready for the 36th mission. And it's really an honor to be part of this team. Representing all NASA, our nation, and the international partners. Thanks for the launch, Mike. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care, and let's go ahead and fire up the thunder for you.
Copy that, sir. Thank you very much. And today with that, you are clear to launch Discovery.
There they are on the space station. You can see Sandy's hair getting out of control. In our launch, it was originally scheduled for February. We didn't go until March, so we had a lot of slips. So we were pretty excited to finally get going. 2 minutes before you launch, you close your visors on your helmet. It was a night launch. You guys may have seen this.
12, 10.
So about 6 seconds out, the main engine's light.
4, 3, 2, 1. And booster ignition liftoff. Space Shuttle Discovery, taking the space station to full power for full science.
So that was us in the upper left-hand corner. At this point, you're rocking pretty good. It takes us 8.5 minutes to get from Earth up to about 250 miles up into space. So it happens pretty quick. At about 2 minutes, we lose the solid rocket motors. And within those first 2 minutes, we've gone about 150,000 feet. And we're now traveling at Mach 5. So we're cooking. We're going pretty fast. But what's pretty neat, just like right there, when they finally come off, everything gets really, really quiet in the shuttle. And now we're only accelerating with the 3 main engines. And the acceleration continues for the next 6 minutes. And the max that we'll feel is 3 Gs going through our chest, so it gets kind of hard to breathe as you're getting up there. There's a picture from our big gas tank, the external tank, looking backwards. And there's Sandy just waiting to see if we're going to make it. She's been waiting for 4.5 months to come home.
And engine cutoff is confirmed?
So once she heard that, she was pretty happy up to that point. Don't be afraid, living in space really isn't that painful. She was just ready to come home. So there we are, separating from the tank. And as soon as you get there, the only thing holding you in place is your seatbelt. And once you take that off, you're floating, everything around you's floating. And it takes a while to get used to that. You're used to letting something go and it falls to the ground, but now everything's trying to get away from you. And you'll see a common theme. We always seem to be smiling on these videos just because your body really likes being in space. It's just a great feeling. So that's the flight deck here. Those guys are on the mid deck, and they have a lot of work to do. Once we get to orbit, we have about 6.5 hours more work, so it makes for a long day.